Peace, love, and balance, everybody. Peace, love, and balance, y'all. It's your girl, Isha, the Guys of Wisdom, Guys on the Rise, the Copper Queen, the Fatherhood Queen, bringing this sacred energy exchange 222. And y'all know I'm the Tennessee witch. I always got to say that at the end, okay? The Tennessee witch, y'all. So, y'all, it's Virgo season, y'all. It's Virgo season. We in a Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde. And it's harvest time, baby. Let's ring this bell again, baby. It's hot. All I see is green, baby. That's all I see is green. So this is a time that whatever you've been producing, whether it's in your literal garden, I've been in the garden all day. Y'all gave me some good sunlight, okay? I went outside. A lot of my stuff, y'all don't realize how much stuff take time sometimes. Certain things take 3 months or more, 6 months to really grow. So you really have to keep nurturing it, watering it, praying on it, speaking to it. I've had some plants it takes that long, and I'm like, literally, I talk to my plants, y'all, okay? This is not going to be a typical reading. I am going to do a weed reading. That's what this is about to be, a weed reading. But I want to talk to y'all, too, about this earth energy that's out here. It's a Virgo thing, baby. Let's ring the bell. It's a Virgo thing. Whatever you've been planting, like I said, physical gardens, in your body, out in your life with decision making, is coming into fruition right now. So if things are not prosperous for you, you did not make a lot of prosperous decisions. But if things are prosperous for you and successful for you right now and happy and joyful, then those are the things that you have been producing and feeding and nourishing and putting those things into action, okay? This is harvest time, okay? The Leo season was our time to shine. You know what I'm saying? And this is the harvest time. It's like it's continuing, all right? It's just going to continue, okay? So look, y'all, I got me some tea. Got me some, look, y'all see hot tea? And I definitely got high before I got on this live. Y'all, I had a whole emotional, a moment today. Let me show y'all my crystal ball bond, y'all. I love this thing. Look, my niece had to tell me how to use this because I didn't know how to use it, okay? I've never had one like this. I've had what is it called? A hookah, but not, I never had one of these, and the regular little pipes that you could just put the weed in the top. But this is a profession. You take this out, you fill it up with water right there, and it's supposed to be like halfway, and then you pull from back here, you put the weed in there. I'm like, man, I think I might wait till the solar return to smoke out of this one. I don't know. It's a special occasion. It's the weed witch energy right here, y'all. So yes, y'all, I'm a green witch. I love to smoke weed, okay? Y'all see, I even got this made for me. It got a copper clasp right here. And eventually I'm going to fill this mug up. It's about right here right now. I've been getting it in. Eventually it's going to be weed up here. I'm going to have to fill that thing up, y'all. So yeah, these are my look. I even got a lighter made for me a year ago. Look, this is the Lover's card. And it got Goddess on the Rise on the back, y'all. Y'all know, I don't know if y'all remember Jurassic Park. But he had that lighter in that movie, Mr. Arnold Samuel Jackson, to flick that thing. I said, man, one day I'm getting me a lighter like that. I was like, one day I'm going to get me a lighter like that. And I did. So, y'all, the reason why I post a lot of movies and stuff is because I want to show y'all how so many movies have actually helped mold who I am. Like, I used to watch a lot of movies growing up, and that was my scapegoat. But I will actually watch so many scientific movies. Jurassic Park was about science, nonetheless. They talked about poisonous plants that animals could eat, that it didn't harm them. But if we ate it, we would die. You know what I'm saying? Or too much, maybe in small amounts of poison, we can take, y'all. Y'all, this is me and my Virgo energy for real, y'all. This is the stuff that I love to talk about. But yeah, small amounts of certain poisonous plants we can take, and in certain situations we can take it. Like a woman having a baby, something that she couldn't take on a regular basis will help her during a pregnancy. Because I tell y'all, how do you think they was having babies back then? So successful before all the medical field hospital systems came up. They were in tune with nature, y'all. Look at this too. I just got this. Look at this copper. It's from the Da Vinci Code. Y'all remember Da Vinci Code? All this stuff that they've been showing us in movies is coming out today in so many ways. They really been hypnotizing us and hoping we catch on. But yeah, this was in the Da Vinci Code, holding the secrets of, like, I think the secrets of Christ and his wife and his bloodline. Holding the secrets. This was a box. And man, people was kind of killed for this thing in that movie. That movie got me, and I read the books, y'all. So that's another thing. Like the man that wrote Jurassic Park, I got the books. Like, y'all got to read the books. They talk about the deep stuff, behind the scenes stuff that's not in the movies, man. Let me tell y'all something. My grandmama taught me that, and my grandmother really, my grandfather that on my mother's side, the first book she ever let me read before she let me see the movie was The Color Purple, y'all. The Color Purple, man. And y'all know, oh my God, there's so much symbolism in that. But The Color Purple. And then I watched the movie and I was like, wow. And then the second book I ever read with her that she showed me the movie was Titanic, y'all. I read that book and I was like a young girl, but like 8 or 9 or something like that. So my grandmama really got me in tune with nature and books at a very young age, and the movies. But she always told me to read the book first and never take the movie, the stuff in the movie all the way literally. You got to get the book. So I got that from my grandmama, y'all. I tell you, I'm an old soul, and I'm so happy to be this way. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no regrets. I'm in gratitude for my ancestors, for real. Like, that's why I was crying today, y'all. I was having an ancestor session, and I was proud of me more than anything. Instead of me, wanting the need for somebody to be proud of me, I'm proud of me, like, for real. Because it took me a long time to blossom into this person. I was having her hidden because I didn't think the world would accept me, because I dealt with not getting accepted from my family. And when I say that, y'all know my family love me and I love my family, but it was ways about me, like where I am now. Y'all tell you I'm a witch that was just forbidden. So I couldn't fully be myself. I can only halfway be myself. I could only be myself to the limit that benefited them. You see what I'm saying? And I had to leave my family and get away from that so I could blossom. They was literally, whether they meant to or not, whether they meant well or not, my family was preventing me from blossoming into this young lady that I am today. And they actually did a lot of great things that molded me. That's why they say the village raised a child. My family definitely wasn't a village energy, okay? But despite the mistakes that was made, the village was there. I had my grandparents. I've had influences from my grandparents, mostly my mom and my dad and my aunties. It's different things that I seen them do that I tapped into, and they didn't even know it helped me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was about to post something today. When you watch, kids don't realize you're watching your parents grow up. I really think, it's a lot of kids that follow this page, y'all, believe it or not. I have little children that end up coming up to me and wanting to follow me, like young kids. And, Facebook and social media everybody got it now. So even young kids have pages and they follow me because they don't get that you're watching they need advice. Most of these kids are having to come into the world raising their parents. And y'all don't realize that you have to raise your child. So that's why, and then some parents don't like that because you've been taught that whatever you say goes, I'm the adult and they need to respect you, when really the universe gifted you this child to help you, honestly, and you shutting them down. You shut them down because you letting age play a factor, saying they don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? When actually they do. These babies are so much smarter now, just like they was back then. And somewhere along the line, we lost track of all of that, y'all. And all that's coming back out today. You know what I'm saying? Your children are a lesson for you and a blessing for you. True statement. If you would just let them be that for you. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all right now. I am in gratitude about how my life played out. You know what I'm saying? I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I, used to wake up working 3 jobs, telling myself that someday, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm not about to work for nobody. I kept saying that to myself. Meanwhile, I was in school, going through college, putting myself through college. I put myself through college, y'all. Y'all remember I got kicked out at 17. So I put myself through college. And I worked my way out of the mission into an apartment and put myself through school, kept working job after job until I figured it out, into things in the world to start being available, like Airbnb. I started doing Airbnb in 2016 and I was still working like 3 jobs. So I was cleaning the Airbnb and still working all them other jobs. And I said, you got to keep this up and eventually it's going to be paying for itself. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of work into adulthood. And sometimes we in a rush to get through that part and have families before we complete those missions. And I'm in my rites of passage. So I will not be having children or getting married until I know I'm fully in womanhood and this is sustained to the point where if I have children, it won't cost me. You gotta be able to afford the lifestyle that you want. Right now, I'm learning how to take care of me and what it costs to take care of me. So adding a child into the mix, especially without a husband, is a no for me. Okay? It's just a no. Because I need assistance at this point in my life. So I'm fully taking care of myself. That don't mean I don't go through hard times. So I'm like, definitely no. But that's what I'm saying. We forget about this kind of stuff, y'all. We just do. We get so caught up in the survival mode. And I've been there too. I was there for a very long time. 2020 lockdown is when I finally got to sit down and think about what I wanted. And as I've told y'all, that's when I started therapy. I was so depressed. I didn't let nobody come to my house. I let my brother was in town. I take that back. My brother was in town because he had just moved to New York. And I had went to see him. He had put in so much work to move to New York. And once he got settled in, I actually went to visit him within that first year of him living there. He hadn't even been there long because I don't know how that is leaving home, but I can only imagine. You know what I'm saying? Because I've never lived outside of my hometown. You know, so I just seen him in the pandemic happen. So he ended up having to come back to Nashville like a lot of people did. People came back home, right? And he was really about the only person I let come over here and see me. I was like, I needed to be alone. I didn't want nobody to bother me. So I didn't talk to nobody for really that whole year. People was like, darn, where you been? I'm like, at the house. People did not understand that. Like during the 2020 lockdown, that's how I became who I am today. I didn't talk to nobody. I started studying more like crazy because I finally didn't have to work 3 freaking jobs, first of all. Before the lockdown happened, I was working 3 jobs and doing my Airbnb, literally. And once that happened, the lockdown happened, man, I had time. I was in the house watching Bobby Hemmett like crazy. Just all the spiritual leaders. It was so many spiritual leaders I just started diving into. And if y'all remember, the spiritual topics and podcasts went up during the 2020 lockdown too, because it wasn't nothing else to do. So everybody was online. I read so many books, I lost count. I was reading like 4 books a month. 4 books a month, y'all. Y'all, this is the tea. Let me sip my tea. 4 books a month, probably. I do remember that. I kept, and sometimes 5, because you know certain books it may not be that long. And I was just diving deep, and that's when I said I gotta get counseling. Like I got all this knowledge, but it's still other things that's blocking some things for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I launched the Copper Queen. I had been working on the Copper Queen for 2 years, and people didn't know it because I was working jobs. So I didn't have time to work events, right? I wasn't working events. So I would just tell people that I make jewelry. And most of the people that bought my jewelry was people at my jobs, y'all, because that's where I always was. So I started out making stuff just for people at my job. They'll be like, my daughter's birthday coming up or my husband this. And I'm like, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So I forgot about all that kind of stuff. All that stuff kind of came out today, telling me like, look how far you have come. From 2018, when I first decided to start, I started experimenting and making stuff for people. You know what I mean? Because I used to just make stuff for myself, y'all. I used to make stuff for myself. If y'all don't know, a lot of people ask me about how I got tapped into copper. And I never really I've shared with my story with certain people, but I've never got to share with everybody. What's up, King? So I'm going to do that. Peace, King. But so what turned me on to copper was I got into a terrible accident myself when I was leaving school off of Elm Hill Pike, because that's where ITG Tech bus stop used to be. And I was catching the bus. And y'all know, if you that corner Elm Hill Pike where that McDonald's is, and it was a hotel right next to it, literally it's a crosswalk right there. And I was actually had the right of way. And a car, as I'm walking across the street, actually tapped my A. All right, I'm talking about tapped it. All right, this dude knocked me all the way into the McDonald's parking lot from the middle of the street in the crosswalk. I didn't even understand how I was alive, right? So as I'm laying down, the man was saying he was sorry, but my ears was ringing so loud, I really couldn't hear what he was saying. But I could read his lips. But he still jumped back in his car after he looked at me and clapped his hands in my face like, are you okay? I'm sorry. And he was holding his head and everything. He was hurt that he hit me, but he got in the car and left. And I'm not like, and I don't know what his nationality was, but he was a foreigner. So he was talking in another language too. I think I finally heard him. He drove off and jumped in the car and left me there. So he at least got out the car and checked on me, but he pretty much left me for dead. So I think he was an immigrant, and he knew if the cops would have got there and he was driving without a license, he would have got arrested and probably deported. And that's exactly how the cops wrote it up. They was like foreigner hit by foreign or somebody, because I told them, and they got the camera feed, but they couldn't get the car. So I was paralyzed for like about a month or so. I got hit and I was at the hospital, and they was actually trying to cut my leg off, y'all. They was trying to cut my leg off, and I was only like, how old was I? I was 18. I was like 18. Remember, I had just got kicked out the house barely a year ago. Just got out. I was still in the missions and stuff and going to school, y'all. I'm still, and I get hit by a car leaving, going back to the mission to get downtown, y'all. Yeah, bro, it was crazy. So me and my mom hadn't even talked in about a year at the time because she had kicked me out, and I was definitely so she was on my emergency contact list when I got to the hospital. So they ended up calling her, telling her what happened. So when my mom showed up in the hospital, I wasn't happy to see her. I'm like, I'm in this hospital bed, damn near about to lose my leg, and what the hell you want? I wasn't happy, y'all. I wasn't. I'm like, lady, I'm in this situation because of you. You know what I mean? So, but my mama was there just like the best mother that she is. She didn't care because I'm her baby. She was crying. And we went off on them doctors because I was like, we're not cutting my leg off. Then they was telling me, if you don't cut your leg, this is the dumb stuff that they tell us when you're in a panic state. I already couldn't feel my leg. You know what I'm saying? Roll all the way from Elm Hill Pike to the freaking hospital with these people. And I don't even want to go through that story, but I'm already traumatized. And they trying to talk me out of cutting my leg off at 18. And then had the nerve to tell my mom if she doesn't cut off her leg, she's going to need a knee replacement by the time she's, like 30 something. Y'all, I'm 30, about to be 34, and I still don't need a knee replacement, and my leg has fully been healed, and I'll tell you about that too. But yeah, so I went off, and I was like, mama, get me out this bed and take me home. So that was the first time I had been back home since then. So while I was healing, I was back at home again, y'all. Back at home. My stuff was at the mission and everything. This is crazy. Back at home. So I'm back at home. And I was just crying. Like my mama, she was crying. She didn't know what to say. And she was like, what you been doing out here? I'm like, I was catching the bus to school, mom. You know what I'm saying? So we couldn't sue nobody because they could not find this guy that hit me. So I was just in the house for about a week. She was going to work every day. My stepdad, I couldn't, do much. So I'm just like a sitting duck. It was upsetting. Have you ever had somebody walk you to the bathroom and you got to knock on the wall to go to the bathroom? Somebody help you get back up? I had to knock on the wall. Mama, because I can't get off the toilet. I couldn't. Eventually, I learned how to stand up on that one leg and push onto the counter. But man, y'all don't get it. That stuff is crazy. It was a mental thing for me. I just wanted help, so I didn't even want to do nothing. I was like lifeless, hopeless. Like this is a young leg and it ain't working, But y'all, in the middle of the night, I just started crying. And I was like, I'm going to figure out a way to deal with this. I said, I'm not losing my leg. Because my mama wasn't really thinking about it. She was just going to work. My mama don't know how to, she did what she could. But I'm like, I can't keep sitting on this couch every day, letting my life rot away and, stuff like that. And then I was waiting to start physical therapy. So I ended up being up all night on the computer. I grabbed it was fun. I grabbed my stepdad's laptop. It was crazy. No, it was a computer upstairs, not the laptop. It was a computer where I was at. And I turned that old fat computer on and literally started looking up how to rebuild my leg. Because they said my leg all the cartilage got knocked out of my leg. So it was bone on bone. And the bone on bone was what was going to cause my knees to give me arthritis and eventually have to get cut off. You know what I'm saying? Or get a knee replacement because, without cartilage in between the tissue in between your bones, it would just be scraping up on each other. And that's what my knee was doing. And man, I felt the pain once, later on. But yes, y'all, my copper journey, it was because I was Googling online and they started naming a whole bunch of herbs, y'all. Herbs. So they named turmeric, boswellia. It's another one. I can't even think of it right now. I know turmeric, but it was a whole bunch. And I still take a lot of them today. That's fun. I can't think of it right now. But I started taking the herbs. They were saying the herbs would feed your cells to help your knee rebuild tissue. That's why I be telling you, I'm a green witch for real. It's about plants saved my life. I started getting plants. We were going to the farmer's market to get the plants we could in the raw form from people that was growing it. And then I kept Googling and came across copper. And they said copper will help with arthritis, healing your joints and bones, rebuilding cells and all that. And y'all, I looked up, okay, I was going to get a piece of copper and just wrap my leg with it like a wire. You can probably still do that too. But I ended up looking up copper knee brace. Copper knee brace. And they actually had a copper knee brace, y'all. So I told my mom, I said, hey, mom, when she came off work, I said, I know we've been doing the herbs, but I still couldn't feel my leg, y'all. We was doing the herbs, but I still couldn't feel my leg. And I was like, okay, let's try this copper thing. And she was like, what? And I'm like, mom, just trust me. I'm like, Well, all we could do is just keep trying stuff, right? Like, come on. So we went back to that freaking doctor, and that doctor told me, I told him I want this knee brace. Give me this knee brace. Let me start therapy, and then let me give my leg a chance. Okay. So we started. He ordered the brace. Now, thankfully, my insurance paid for the brace. It was like a $200-something brace. My insurance paid for the brace, and guess what? I put that brace on. I was sleeping in it. I was keeping my leg propped up like they told me to, and keeping it straight. And within 2 weeks, y'all, and it was really less than 2 weeks, but within 2 weeks of wearing that knee brace and going through therapy, I started feeling my leg. Okay, let's ring the bell. I started feeling my toes first. It was my toes. And I started crying because I was sitting at the table eating with my mama. And I was like, Mama, my foot burning. And I didn't even realize what I said. I said, my foot burning. She said, which one? And I was like, and as we looking at each other, we dropped the fork and everything. She came over and hugged me, and I started crying. And I was like, I told you, just listen to me. I was crying crazily, y'all, because I could feel my toes. So if I could feel my toes, I know something coming next. The next day, I started feeling up to my knee. And I'm going to tell you, it was tingling, burning, though. It was painful. So the healing process of my leg was extremely freaking painful. I'm talking about the worst pain I've ever felt. I was like, God dang. So I could feel the nerves in my body. It literally felt like there was a fire happening in my body. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Ken. Yeah, that's what it felt like. It felt like a burning fire was happening, because we are fire. Let's ring the bell. It was fire. We earth, we fire, we water. Our bodies is a magic, mystical machine. It can do anything. You couldn't tell me nothing after that. I ain't been the same ever since. That happened when I was 18. And before you know it, I was standing and walking down them steps. I had like one little crutch, and that's it. And I was able to stand. And when we went back to the doctor, he showed me the x-rays from when I got hit and the x-rays to where I was now. And I had already rebuilt half the cartilage in my leg that I lost. And in other areas, I had more cartilage than I had before. He was like, you see this? You see this scan? You see this? I was in there listening to the doctor like, He was asking me questions. What you been doing? I'm like, taking care of myself. Do you know that doctor is no longer at that hospital? When I went back, because I had to keep going to get the x-rays to make sure progress is well. And eventually he quit. I don't know where it happened to him. They said he quit, and I think he may have started a private practice or something, but he quit that hospital after that. Because he was so ready to cut off my leg, y'all. He was so ready to cut off my leg and do surgery on me, because that's probably what he's been taught his whole life. He didn't want to give nature a chance. If you don't give nature a chance, nature is healing. We got to give nature a chance. Our body is nature. We don't need no pharmaceuticals. That's poison. That's the poison. I don't care. That stuff is deadly. If it wasn't deadly, why ain't nobody ever dosed on no tea or no weed or no herbs of any kind? There's no such thing. Why do you think certain herbs are banned? Like shrooms, right? Those were forbidden. And those are known to be poisonous too. But guess what? Ayahuasca and all that stuff tapping in right now. They tapping in right now. That stuff. And yes, I'm a shroom woman. I'm still deciding if I'm going to try some ayahuasca. That's possibly next. But these herbs that they make us say they poisonous, they make you sick, they not good for you. It's a lie. Them things will rebuild your body better than it was when you was born. And that's the stuff they don't want y'all to know about this herb magic, y'all. I'm telling you. Hold on, where my book at? Y'all been studying herbs my whole life. But look, this book right here, Plant Magic, I'm almost halfway through where I'm at now. I'm right here now. This book is lit. It's called Plant Magic, okay? I'm telling you, the power of plants and herbs has been around before a lot of us was even born. It's centuries old. What did y'all know? It even talks about the ancient Egyptians. The gardeners, actually, they used to have a celebration for all the groundkeepers and the gardeners just to praise them, because everybody doesn't have a green thumb. Everybody don't know how to make things grow and take care of the land. It's a magic touch, literally. So when you can produce food and take care of plants, you're gifted. It's literally good, because everybody wasn't gardeners, but they worship their gardeners. They used to have ceremonies with these same plants I'm telling y'all about, just worshiping the gods that took care of the freaking land, took care of the river. You know what I'm saying? Because without any of that stuff, they wouldn't be where they were at. So y'all, my journey into herbal medicine started so young. Even growing up, both my grandparents on both sides of my families are farmers. That's why I told y'all, before Nashville was like this, it was very country, okay? And then in Shelbyville, I was a back and forth baby. So I'm like, I'm a country baby. I'm a proud country baby. I'm a farm baby, y'all. So that is my testimony for the copper, okay, for my copper journey. And at that time, that's when I did start experimenting with copper. First, I started buying copper everywhere I went. Every time I seen some copper, y'all, I was buying it. So I had a copper obsession. I was buying everything. And then finally, from buying copper from everybody, something came to me around the time I was like about 24. I think it was like 24. I'm like, everybody kept saying, when you gonna start selling it or making this stuff yourself? Because I started making my own stuff, right? And I didn't really want to share, y'all. I was like, this is my stuff. This is my stuff. So I didn't really want to share because my experience with copper, it was sacred to me. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Everybody kept telling me, you need to sell this. You know so much about it. So I was telling other people. That's something I was getting other people's sales. So the people that I had bought copper from, which is nothing wrong with that, I was sending them to the people I got it from. Like, hey, you can buy this from them. You can buy this from them. Now people doing that with me. And I'm so grateful. Look, I'm that person now, you know, because everybody's like, man, they said people they bought it from weren't even teaching them about copper. And the way that you teach about it, I will buy it from you because I know you know a lot about it. So that was my first journey into my purpose as an alchemist. Okay, that's alchemy. I'm a science baby and I like biology. Those are my favorite subjects: biology, science, reading, and history. Those are my favorite things to study, baby. And definitely what PE, because I get to go outside. Physical education. Y'all remember physical education and sex education? That's another thing. Sex education was my subject. Man, learning about the body, biology, man, that was fine. I don't know if they still got sex education today in these schools. But when I was growing up, we had real books. They were showing us how the man and the woman was the same and why. And how everything is the lotus flower. And I was like, oh, yeah. Our schools was different. I used to live in Springfield, Tennessee. So I guess the schools, when I was growing up, they used to teach real stuff. And then they stopped. These schools stopped teaching stuff because these kids started catching on to this stuff. And a lot of stuff that they taught in these schools, most of it, they didn't teach our parents. My grandparents, so to this day, I don't know where a lot of these books are, but my granddaddy and them used to show me books that was not in school. We used to study at the house. That's another thing. I'm used to having homework at home. So you had your school homework and you had your homework. That's what we called it. Now you got your homework. That was your schoolwork. This is your homework. So my granddad used to make me read books. And he would tell me to write him about what I read. What did I learn? You had to write down. And we don't do those I don't know if parents do that, but that is definitely something you should be doing with your child. To have them read a book, a more advanced book. I was reading advanced books at like 6, y'all, and 8. Once they can read, and my granddad used to put a dictionary by me. Here go this dictionary. Here go this book. And if you don't understand what a word means, look it up. I was not allowed to call him. The only way I had to call him is after I read the definition, I stood on it. But you know what he made me do? He'll be like, okay, what word in this sentence that is describing the definition can you look up and find out what that means? Ooh! So if you didn't understand the definition, look up a word in the definition. And I've done it before. I've looked up a word in a definition and it helped me understand what it meant. So that's another thing. We weren't lazy. You couldn't be lazy. You could not be lazy. And that's another thing. That's lazy. We don't want to look up no dictionary. We may be prideful about. I still got a dictionary. I'm about to get another one. Okay? Because there's so many dictionaries. The dictionary has changed so many times. So you got to get different ones and encyclopedias and stuff. Okay? It's that book right there got a lot of words in it that I have to look up. And I'm not embarrassed to say it because I need to know what they mean. Okay? And that's how you learn and grow, y'all, for real. That's how you plant them seeds in your mind, okay? Like reading books. I'm a nerd. I'm proud of it. I love reading books, okay? I love knowing stuff. It's a Virgo thing. I want to know, y'all. I want to know. So, y'all, I feel like I need to do a quick reading real quick. I know I jumped in, y'all. It's Virgo season. I feel like I need to spill out. But I want to do this weed reading for y'all. I think it's going to have a little tea. I'm going to do a little tea reading because I got them tea cards I got when I was in Houston, y'all. I actually got them from Nashville at the airport. they had like a little book shop in there that had all kind of stuff. So we still going to do this weed because y'all, we just smoke some weed. Look, this is me high on weed right now, okay? All right, let me pull. And we're going to do a full reading, too. We're going to do a full reading. Thank y'all for listening to me, okay? So, first card coming in. Quality. Ooh, quality. Let's go. I like how that came in. Quality. Y'all know this is the clubs and this is the 2 of clubs. I want y'all to see it. So that's a fire energy, which is lighting it up, baby. It's time to light your flame. You see that? And it's the number 2, twin flame. I do feel like some twin flame energy coming too, and they telling you that quality matters, baby. You don't want no booty weed. You don't want no old leftover weed. You want some fresh green growth, baby. So don't settle for nothing, baby. Quality matters. Quality over quantity, okay? When shopping for cannabis, look for buds with these characteristics. Smell, a strong and pleasing aroma. Texture, sticky to the touch but not moist. Breaks apart easily but not brittle. Brightly colored with frosty trichomones and no stems or seeds, okay? So look, good bud, bad bud, okay? Because some of y'all out here smoking some bad bud. Y'all need to know what y'all smoking, because I ain't gonna lie, I know it's a lot of shops out here now, and I don't trust this weed. You better, I ain't gonna say too much, but look, good quality over quantity. Pay attention, okay? That was a powerful message. I like that. All right. Terpenes. Look at this. 8 of hearts, y'all. This is the 8 of hearts. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Y'all know it's about that earth love, baby. It's about that earth love. I love love. All right. So this says terpenes are compounds responsible for the scent of cannabis. They are also contained in other plants as shown above. They work in tandem with cannabinoids to provide a wide array of health benefits. Yes. So look, it looks like that the lemony improves mood, relieves gastro pain right here, the lemon. Cinnamon too. It has, oh no, that's not cinnamon. It looked like cinnamon. It's called beta carotene. That's a big word. But it's called anti-inflammatory and antibacterial. And then it has this linalool, reduces pain, eases anxiety, counters insomnia. I need some of that. All right. And the myrcene, okay, these words, y'all, increases THC effects, sedative and anti-inflammatory. All right, this is that card. If y'all want to look at that and screenshot that, this is that card. Screenshot that and zoom in, okay? So definitely experimenting a bit, okay? It's not just weed itself. There's other herbs out there that you can smoke that actually have the same alchemy that weed has in it, actually, okay? It's not just weed. And y'all, I've told y'all about a couple of those. I don't have that book on me right now, but I have another book that's actually on top of the plant magic. It's an American Indian woman wrote it in Tennessee, and it talks about different type of herbs. We forgot about tobacco, real tobacco. Y'all, we can smoke trees. I'm talking about, that's what they be showing us in Costa Rica. I can't wait to go. But trees, an actual tree bark. Trees can be eaten and smoked. I watched them shows where they show you how they cut it open, and it's some soft, smushy stuff inside that you can eat that keep them people alive forever. They ain't never sick. So this time to experiment, okay? Try something new with that heart energy. So somebody about to try something new and experiment too. I'm feeling that in a person. Y'all know we had the Lovers card come out in the Virgo reading, and now we have the 8 of Cups pretty much. So it's time to try something new. Too high, the Joker. Oh, some more transformation though. Too high, okay? Time to make some changes. So it got right here. If you have overindulged and are feeling paranoid, dizzy, or dazed, there are steps you can take. Sniff black pepper. It contains terpenes with anti-anxiety effects. Have a squeeze of lemon. The terpene lemony modulates THC effects on the brain. Ooh. Take CBD. It can counteract the anxiety-inducing nature of THC. And drink some water, eat a snack, get some fresh air, or take a nap. Y'all know that's my favorite thing to do, take a nap. Y'all, these cards is fire. Take a nap. Smoke you some weed, drink you some water, get you some sunlight, and take a nap. All right, just take a nap. Thank you for the hearts. So y'all hear that? If you didn't, go back. And that's funny. And you see that card just came out. Y'all know these are my weed readings. This card just came out about that. This is the terpenes card. So somebody may be getting a little too high all the time, okay? So that's nothing. Anything, too much of anything is bad for you, y'all. So that's why they're telling you can try other things. Like even me, sometimes if I'm having anxiety, y'all see how this, I'm going to have to try this other one that they said to take. Yeah, the terpene, yeah, that one. I'm going to try that one. Because they say they help with anxiety. So, I take a lot of things that help with anxiety, y'all. That helps me. I don't always smoke. I can get lion's mane is like one of my favorite things that helps with anxiety and depression. It works immediately within 10 minutes. So if I'm having depression, which is why I take it every day, taking it every day prevents me from even having it. But if I do, I can take it. It's working within 10 minutes or really less. I really don't be counting, but it seems every time I look up, it'd be 10 minutes later. And I'm like, I'm already feeling better. So I just say 10 minutes. So if you get too high, learn how to do some other things that help you. You know, it ain't always weed, okay? It's not always weed. 4 hearts, edibles, y'all. Where my edible people at? Edibles, y'all. 4 hearts, okay? So this is the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, y'all. Like, let me tell y'all, weed is definitely love. Just think about how you feel when you get high. You feel uplifted. You feel elevated. You feel better. You feel love. You know what I'm saying? It's love. All right, it's love. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on. But yeah, it's love, y'all. This is love, okay? This is all about love. So edible. So it has right here. This is the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Remember that. So yeah, cannabis is commonly infused into a wide range of foods like cookies, chocolate, and beef jerky. They even put it in beef jerky, okay? Peace, queen. So look, edibles can contain between 5 milligrams and 100 milligrams of THC. They allow users to enjoy the benefits of cannabis without the harmful effects of smoking, okay? Edibles can produce a longer and more intense high than inhaled cannabis, taking up to 2 hours to kick in and lasting up to 9 hours. Okay, so the energy coming out, I feel like that's what somebody been doing. Now, when I first, tapped back into weed, I did the edibles all the time. And one time I was high for a whole 2 days, like they said, 9 hours off one edible. So know your limits. This energy coming out is know your limits. Don't overindulge, okay? That's like stuffing your stomach and you ain't even hungry, but you just keep eating, okay? Don't overeat, okay? So learn how to have some tolerance level and discipline with this, all right? Even, look, this is the water card. Even with sex, somebody be overindulging sometimes, all right? Peace, goddess. Like, somebody even be overindulging. Like you gotta give yourself a break. Like, and there's nothing wrong with love, and ain't nothing wrong with sex. But sometimes we just overindulge just because it's there and it's available. You gotta let yourself think sometimes and relax. All right. All right. So bottom of the deck, y'all. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Hearts. This card already came out for somebody in the Virgo reading that I just did last night, y'all, and I just feel like getting on here today. Other cannabinoids. There are at least 113 cannabinoids found in cannabis. While most are present in small quantities relative to THC and CBD, they still have effects on the body. So cannabinoids can increase appetite and reduce pain. And they can serve as antibiotics, antidepressants, and anti-inflammatories. Yes, that's another thing, y'all. It's an anti-inflammatory, okay? That's real good. So any of that inflammation, swelling, and depression, what I tell y'all, that's why I say I'm the green witch. Smoke some weed. You don't need to be sitting around depressed. Just smoke some weed. It helps with all that. Smoke some weed, y'all. I do feel like somebody could be maybe in a little depressive state right now, a little heartbreak possibly, because this card came right after the PTSD. Okay, somebody could be suffering from PTSD, and weed is definitely a go-to thing that you should try. Start wherever you need to start. But PTSD is no fun. A lot of us suffer from a lot of that. Like, what is it? PTSD, anxiety, stress, depression, all this stuff, okay? So definitely smoke you some weed, y'all. Smoke you some weed. All right. So the second deck coming through. No, you know what? So we're going to do the tea reading now. Peace and love, y'all. We're going to do the tea reading. Y'all know I am going to be hosting an entry-level tarot class at the Teddy Tavern on August 30th, hosted by the Magic Track. Oh my God, this card came out. Hold on. I want to pick that up. But yeah, it's going to be an entry-level tarot card. So yeah, definitely, peace dear. Definitely come on out, y'all. All right. So this is my tea deck. It's a tea deck, literally. Man, right. Gonna roll up. Y'all already smoked. I smoked before I got on. That's how I got to going. I'm still lit right now. I'm still lit. I smoked right before I got on. Thank you so much, dear. Yes. Y'all can roll up. This is definitely the line to roll up on. I'm handling my cards. That's why. All right, one more shuffle so we can see what the tea is today. We got to see this tea. All right, one more shuffle. This thing, these cards are a little smaller, and it's a more card. It's an oracle deck. All right. Cutting the deck. Here we go, y'all. I'm going to deal them out. I'm going to deal them out so we can pick them up one by one. All right. First card coming in. Symbol meaning beginning with a K. Okay. This is our T card. And it's the number 68. All right. So add that up and it has some significance for you. So we got kangaroo, harmony at home. Key, problem solving and business improvement. Kettle, entertaining guests at home. Kite indicates an extended voyage. And knife, a bad omen warning of trouble. All right. So look, somebody needs to tap into hidden symbolisms. All right. Sometimes, and now I know we don't live nowhere we'll see a kangaroo every day, but if you see somebody wearing a kangaroo hat, that's the universe probably trying to tell you something. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you're in harmony and balance, or a key somewhere. You see a key on somebody's necklace, anything. You know what I'm saying? Look, matter of fact, speaking of keys, last night I was online and it was this key that looked like a knife. I was looking, y'all know I'm a knife woman. I love knives. So it was like a key that looked like a knife, and I said, man, I need that knife. Look. Knife, a bad omen, warning of trouble. So it could be a reason why I was thinking about getting a knife. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Symbolism is in everything. Okay, anytime you're drawn to something and something catches your eye, it's a message in it. If it don't matter how random it is. All right, that's the energies coming out. Okay, so like even it's funny. Like it said, entertaining guests at home. I did have a friend come visit me. And I actually, when people come visit me, I end up actually be like, you want some tea? I'm gonna offer you some tea. We're gonna sit down and have some tea and talk. Okay, so definitely. Offering tea, that's what they did back in the day, and we're getting back into it. When somebody came to your house, you offer them a pot of tea. So like that's Southern hospitality, y'all. We got to get back into that, okay? And it got kites indicating extended voyage, okay? So maybe somebody about to take off, okay? I do feel some travel. That's the energy is just time for you to travel, okay? It's time for you to take a leap of faith and travel and smoke some weed and have some tea, okay? But it's time. It's time for movement, all right? And I feel like with this knife, you gonna have to protect yourself, okay? Don't let them think just because you tea sipping that you ain't going, all right? You will cut somebody if you got to, all right? Don't let them play you out here. They try. They think healers ain't crazy. Yeah, we are, all right? All right, so look. Symbol meanings beginnings with F, all right? This card right here. Yeah, this is my first time doing this with the T cards. So it got fairies, opportunity and possibility, sometimes in disguise. It could be small or subtle. Fan, a pleasant or successful association with a lover. And y'all know I told y'all last night about this lover. Okay, so we got feather. Means good news if distinct, and bad news if it's cloudy. Okay, so pay attention that if you come across a feather, somebody drop one in front of you, one land on you, pay attention. And it got ferns, fresh activities. That's funny, y'all. So y'all, the Copper Queen lost her fan. Like, it's been, I don't even know when, but it's been a month now. I had to order another one. I had a tarot card fan. And it disappeared. This is the second time that done happened. It was another fan that disappeared. And I don't know where it is. I'm like, man. So look, if you even a fan, you see somebody somewhere with a fan. Like, matter of fact, last weekend, everybody had fans at that event that I was at. Everybody just had fans everywhere. I'm telling you, they said successful association with a lover. So these are powerful meanings, or dreaming of stuff. I done had some weird dreams recently. It don't matter. You could dream of some weird off the wall stuff. And this symbolism, and I've literally had some weird dreams, y'all, that don't make sense to the average person, which is why it's a need to write them down, okay? It's that. Where do you think they get these weird movies like the Lovecraft Country that be having these weird things that happen in the movies that when we have a dream or thought like that, we'll shun it. Like, man, whatever, that was crazy. Nah, man, you better start listening to yourself. That's how these artists got these weird books. Have y'all ever read that book, Crimson Peak? Man, that book is weird, but I loved it. They had a movie on it, Crimson Peak. That weird stuff. All right, so it's a lot. Okay, so for some reason they telling you somebody's name could start with a K, somebody's name could start with an F, and some significance with a W, because you're getting all symbols for the beginnings with these letters. The next one symbol means beginning with W. So W. So we got right here. Wavy lines symbolize a body of water, e.g. lake, that indicates emotions are running high. Now look, we still in the Venus retrograde, so everybody's emotions is running high. Some of y'all need to go lay in some water, a lake or something like that. You know, if all you got is a pool, then get in that water, or a bath. I took a bath, a spiritual bath. So somebody, it's time for y'all to cleanse so y'all can really deal with any kind of bottled up emotions right now. It's time to release them. So it got web. A spider web is a symbol of creative power and the forces of destiny. It can also suggest traps and trickery. Okay. So look, this is all path. I had a big spider web right outside my door by my house. It was a big spider too. Random. I mean, you could see it. She did a great job. Whatever it was, she did. If it was he or she, but it was perfect. And it was so perfect, I didn't even bother. And she was huge. I don't think I took a picture. But this spider was about this big. So coming out my front door and about to leave the house, and it was right there to the left of, and at least it wasn't in the walkway where I couldn't get out the porch. So I didn't tear it down. But then the next day it was gone. I didn't tear it down. I don't know. She did it herself, but it was gone. So if you see random spider webs, stuff like that, spiders in general, that is symbolism of a creative power that you're in, and a boost. So that was like a gift, you know what I'm saying? And you need to tap in. And they got wheels and unexpected gift. Unexpected gift. Well, your emotions are getting out of control. Oh, let's ring the bell. Okay, hold on. So look, y'all know how I be saying, let your love grow wild, okay? Now look, this says, you see whales, if y'all remember, whales be crying like crazy, okay? Have you ever heard, if y'all don't watch animal channels, I have watched those animal channels, and they cry all day and all night. Y'all remember Free Willy? He was a whale. Remember he was crying? They are very emotional. That's why, you know, they wail. That's exactly why they got the name whale, because they wail. Sometimes you don't even know if they singing or happy, or I don't know. But I think you could tell the difference, okay? So I do feel like somebody's very emotional, and you really express yourself, and somebody definitely sheds tears. So so maybe some of y'all is saying getting out of control. I don't like telling people that, because I feel like you're supposed to express yourself. Now, if you're not being smart and your emotions are getting out of control and you being manipulated because of that, yeah, you need to toughen up a bit, because you get manipulated because people see how emotional you are and how vulnerable you are. So you're going to have to get some tough skin in the game. That's the Virgo energy coming through. You're going to have to get some tough energy. You can't be letting people, play you. So y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, we got the number 68, 61, and we got 89. That's when I was born, y'all. I'm an 89 baby. All right, right there on the cusp. I was like, I'm not going to the 90s. I was like, I'm going to be an 80s baby. Everybody be like, man, you don't count. Yes, I do. It was 89, baby. I came through, so it don't matter. Okay. All right, look, 37. Abstract symbols. All right, this the fourth card coming through. All right, and this is number 37. So it got bubbles on the surface. You will occasionally see bubbles appear on the surface of the cup when you do a tea leaf reading. Okay, so I do be doing tea readings, y'all. I have not started doing them for people, but I do them for myself every now and then. And it got, this signifies money coming to you. You may win the lottery or find some lost money. This indicates positive energy flowing in your life. Oh my God. Did y'all hear that? So somebody, you are definitely about to get some money. Okay. Oh, this card flew in my hand. Somebody about to get some money. If you've been having your left hand itching, anything like that, you really about to get some money. Like if you don't even play the lottery, the type of money you about to get is gonna be like you hit the lottery kind of thing. That's the inject that just came out. Hold on, ring the bell again. You about to get this money. So that's what says somebody is getting money, and you've been getting all the signs that you about to get money too. Okay, so stay on the journey. You about to get this money. Okay, you are. Famous tea quotes. All right, this is the bottom of the deck. Would you like an adventure now, or would you like to have your tea first? Wendy said, tea first, quickly. That's hilarious. Exactly. Let me have the tea first, because the tea is going to help me take the trip even better, okay? Take the trip even better. Have some tea, y'all. All right, so look, the last deck I'm going to pull from is my other Wii Oracle deck, and then I'm going to wrap this up. I appreciate y'all hanging in there with me, because that was my first time doing the reading with the tea cards, all right? I said I got to add that in, the tea cards, okay? And it's a different, and this was all, look, Peter Pan, y'all. If you don't know, the Copper Queen is a Tinkerbell fan. Tinkerbell had a whole attitude. Like, she had an attitude and she reminded me of myself. I was like, yeah. She did not play with Peter. She used to go in on him. All right? Fairy. So somebody even could identify as a fairy. Your fairy. Remember that show, The Fairy Godparents? Y'all fairies are here for y'all. Y'all know this is a very, this is the age of Aquarius. So fairies, mermaids, aliens. It's the rise of it. All right? One more. I'm going to do a shuffle again. It's the rise. All that coming back. All that, what they say, strange creatures are coming onto the land. Nah, they waking up. All right, y'all. First card coming in. TAC. Okay. Mary Light. Purity, high vibes. True said, open your heart and let the light shine. Smoke some weed and open up. So that's another thing. Open it up. Weed does open the heart chakra. It's green, right? Green. Even eating greens. Somebody need to eat more greens. Eat you some spinach. Eat you some kale. Eat you some turnip greens. Something, but you need to get green in there to open up your heart, to heal you. Green is healing. Get you some plants, smoke you some green, okay? Oh, let's open up, all right? Because somebody got a lover coming. Y'all seen that card? Y'all had a card up here that said about a lover coming. Right here. It's starting with an F. It says symbols meaning beginning with an F, and it was the feather. It was the fan. So the fan. I was about to say, would it be a fan? Okay, maybe somebody got a fan. Maybe somebody got a fan, like literally a fan. That's gonna be a lover. Because that's nothing. You don't know who's a fan of what you do. Like, what do you think? People think just because you become a famous person, you no longer a fan of others. Okay, look how much Busta Rhymes be showing love and Miss Yell and all them show love to everybody. To anybody, when it's their birthdays, they like, we fans of each other. So somebody that's a fan coming through, all right? And y'all about to smoke together, too. Paranoia, all right? Paranoia, all right? It says, illusion, self-deception, fear. Breathe in, breathe out. Not everything is as it seems, okay? All right, somebody be a little paranoid. I don't know if when you get high, you get paranoid, which is why they said do not overindulge. And you may not need to do edibles, because if you get paranoid if you smoke or even edibles is stronger than smoking. So you probably better off hitting the blunt once or twice and you just chill. Because somebody gets paranoid, okay? And they telling you to just relax. I don't know what you're paranoid about, but that's what I said. People don't even have to be paranoid when they're on weed. They just get paranoid. I do feel like when you get paranoid on weed, because weed is used for antidepressants and stress relief, you got too much going on that you need to cleanse out, that weed can't help you right now. It's some other cleansing you got to do. And it's going to take some time, because you're getting the opposite is happening for what weed is supposed to do for you. So you might need to not smoke for a while and do something else, like work out, drink water, get counseling, change your diet to a more greener diet. I got a salad waiting on me right now. It's a goddess salad I ordered online and got delivered. So get you some more greens, and you got to do all the work, okay? Green intake, all right? Indica, all right? Ooh! I'm a sativa girl though, but indica, okay? So we got rest, relaxation, and self-care. Slow down and let things come into focus, okay? Somebody need to take a break. I feel like somebody be like either a workaholic or trying to do the most and do everything. And you see this moon energy? You see that moon energy? You said at nighttime that somebody need to maybe do some. I tell you, this moon energy keep coming out. Y'all know I'm a moon witch. Somebody need to get in touch with the moon, okay? Because I feel like, you see how it told you self-care. It be when you don't practice self-care, that the moon will help you do that. The moon will help you learn how to take care of yourself. Because it's dark. It's about self. Take care of yourself first. You can't take care of nobody else. You take care of yourself. Take care of yourself all the way. Not halfway. Not be like, okay, I'm okay for right now. No. Make sure you fully taken care of. You got everything you need. You don't lack nothing. Then you can start thinking about helping people. All right? That's the Virgo energy, man. We be doing too much. You barely got a pot to piss in and you helping everybody else. Stop. You got to take care of you. You can't, and you not wrong for not helping people when you can't pour from an empty cup. Y'all need to smoke some weed and have a little session. All right, crutch. Last card, crutch. All right. Growth, reliance, and courage. You're ready to stand on your own 2 feet. Exactly. Look, that Leo season got y'all right, and this Virgo season gonna get y'all complete, baby, okay? It's time. It's time to stand on your own 2 feet. Somebody is very independent at this time, like for real. And that's what you're supposed to be. That's what the Virgo energy is about, independence, okay? Independence. You got to be independent first. So that's another thing. Oh, hold on. I got that wrote down? Okay. This book that I'm reading, that plant magic book I was telling you about, it said in the book that you don't ever manifest love. You don't manifest love until you learn how to love yourself first. That's in this book. And I wrote it down this way over there. I'm not getting up. But look, because I take notes when I read books, y'all. And this stuff, the sentences that stick out for me, I write the page number down and everything. So if I need to go back to it and reflect on that and maybe read the whole chapter again, I do that periodically. So it was saying in the book, the highest form of love that will be successful is when the two people learn individual love first. Then they come together. Okay? But most people get married or get in committed relationships before they love their self fully. They still have doubts about themselves, so they get married to make somebody feel about themselves that they supposed to feel about their self individually. All right? That's successful love and infinite love. Love of self wholeheartedly and fully. You can't love nobody else until you love yourself. You don't know how. Because all you're going to do is continue to seek love from others instead of being loved. All right? You don't want to be a crutch. That energy came out. I'm glad we did that last. All right, bottom of the deck. Hold on. I'm about to ring the bell. Blunt. Let's go. Smoke a blunt. And just relax a little bit. I'm going to tell you right now. People be asking me all the time, how you single? And how you ain't got no kids? You ain't got no man? Because I got married in my plants. All right? And my witchcraft. And my life. And my freedom. All right, so I'm like, no, baby, you're supposed to be happy with you regardless of all that. Those are not tools of happiness. That's not what that is. You got to be happy with yourself first, all right? So I got confident, bold, influence, believe in yourself, and success will follow. You got to believe in yourself. I actually believe in myself. I no longer doubt myself, anything. I don't care what somebody says to discourage me. I believe in myself, and that's what you should do. You have to believe yourself. Don't expect nobody else to believe in you, because most people won't. Nobody's going to ever believe in you the way that you will, because they not you. They can't. They can't know how you're thinking. They can't know how you're feeling. They can't know where you're at. You see what I'm saying? And why you're so passionate about whatever it is that you want to believe in. You can't make somebody believe in something that they don't. You can, okay? And look, I like the sativa came out. Y'all know we got indigo and sativa. It got high vibes, creativity, energy, gain momentum, and seize the day. And y'all know I like sativa. Yes, because sativa really, help in the uplifting of the brain. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a brain high, not a body high. And I'm big on my brain. I need my brain. Because the brain controls everything, y'all. The brain controls everything. So most of the stuff that I take help my brain, because I know if this is taken care of, everything else is be taken care of. Because the brain is what help your body. Like when you're sick, your brain will send a chemical from whatever side of the brain that's supposed to do that to whatever area that's sick. It's your brain. It's the brain. It's not the heart does what we need to. It pumps the blood. But one thing they ain't been able to do is do a brain transplant. And once that brain done, you're done. Your body alive, but you're nothing. Remember, I don't know if y'all, that's what I'm saying. So take the energy out there. Y'all need to take care of y'all brain. Take care of y'all brain. Start getting some brain food in you, okay? Brain foods, all right? I named a couple on here. You have to go back and watch it. But lion's mane is one of them off the top of my head. And chaga mushrooms. Chaga mushrooms are very much, they're not a hallucinogen. So you're not going to have to worry about anything like that. It's a medicine. It's a mushroom Bible. Y'all need to get mushroom Bible. And I got this book called Green Witch too. I should have brought that out, but I wasn't thinking about it. But yeah, really studying herbs right now. This is not the time to be more grounded in earth, okay? This is the Virgo season. We're getting ready to go into the winter solstice and stuff like that. So this is the time that y'all need to be really getting more in touch with earth, okay? And expressing the love for her, because she about to go into a dead state again, okay? And we're not going to have all this sunshine and flowers and all that. And you're going to have to learn how to keep yourself alive in the wintertime in a dead state when the earth is lifeless, right? The sun shines, but it's not like it is in the summertime. So you're going to have to be your own light, all right? So look, y'all, that was the powerful message for today. That was so vulgar of me. It was random. I didn't even plan this. I just jumped on, all right? That's how it go. If y'all like this, please follow me on YouTube. I am going to upload this to YouTube for my YouTubers. I don't even know how long I've been on here either. But I'm gonna upload this to YouTube. This was a weed reading. It was too dope. Okay, weed reading. Okay, and if y'all want to get a reading by me, you can get that at sacredenergyexchange222@gmail.com. That's sacredenergyexchange222@gmail.com. If y'all want to look at my jewelry and purchase some jewelry from me, you can go to goddessontherise.life and check that out. I am on Etsy. All that you can find at my link tree on Instagram at the Follow Hoodie Queen, and you can find it on YouTube. I have all my websites and things linked on my YouTube page, okay? And I always post it at the end of these videos, okay? So I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. It's Holy Day, so happy Friday to y'all. And I'm going to ring this bell, even though I did not ring it coming in. Send this energy back to spirit, okay? Earth, air, fire, water, spirit, y'all. Until next time, happy Virgo season. Happy Earth energy and peace, love, and balance.